Hello there, and welcome back to Non Name Talks.
It's great to be here.
Have you ever, spent 3 hours just trying to force yourself to focus?
Yeah, just feeling completely exhausted.
Right, exactly. Like you're swimming against this brutal current.
It's the worst.
It really is. Well, welcome to this deep dive. Today, our mission is to teach you how to catch the perfect wave instead.
Catching the wave, I like that.
We're taking a mountain of psychological research and distilling it into a simple, usable summary of the flow state. Specifically, we want to show you how to trigger it through everyday activities to, massively boost your productivity and happiness.
Which is so important.
Exactly. So, okay, let's unpack this. Because finding flow isn't about fighting the water, right? It's about being propelled by it.
It really is a propulsion mechanism for your brain.
Yeah.
But before we can hack your daily schedule, we have to understand why your brain intrinsically craves it in the first place.
Right, the actual psychology behind it.
Yeah, exactly. So the concept of flow, which was pioneered by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, is basically defined as a state of complete absorption.
Where time just sort of disappears.
Yeah, your sense of time totally distorts. Hours feel like minutes, and your self-consciousness completely fades away.
And the research points to a very specific mechanism for this, right? Like, it happens when you hit this sweet spot where the challenge of a task perfectly matches your current skill level.
Right, because if it's too hard, you panic.
And if it's too easy, you're just bored.
Exactly. Flow lives right in that stretched but capable middle zone.
But wait, I have to ask, isn't this just hyperfocus? Like when you fall down an internet rabbit hole for 3 hours and completely lose control of your day?
What's fascinating here is the underlying difference in intention.
Intention.
Yeah, so hyperfocus is usually a passive state. It's triggered by external stimuli like a social media algorithm just hijacking your attention.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
But flow is an active state,
Yeah.
generated internally by setting a specific challenge. And because you're successfully solving a problem at the edge of your ability, your brain recognizes that equilibrium.
And rewards you for it.
Yes, by releasing a steady drip of dopamine and serotonin. You stay in the driver's seat, and studies show it can actually increase your productivity fivefold.
Fivefold. Wow. That's why I always assumed this was just for, Olympic athletes or master painters.
A lot of people think that.
But the sources emphasize that flow is actually hidden inside our everyday routines. Things like ironing clothes, working a cash register, reading with a kid, or even taking a walk.
Yeah, literally everyday activities.
But a walk, am I supposed to be doing complex mental math while strolling down the street to make it challenging?
No, not quite. You trigger it by adding intentional physical constraints, or little micro goals.
Like what?
Well, a mundane walk becomes a flow state when you actively try to optimize your route, or if you focus deeply on perfecting the rhythm of your stride or your posture.
Oh, so you're actively matching a new internal challenge to your walking skill.
Exactly. You engineer the challenge.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Achieving flow is essentially turning your mundane life into a video game.
That is a great way to put it.
You just need to create clear rules, get immediate feedback, and set little micro missions for whatever chore you're doing.
Right. You're effectively tricking your brain's reward center by engineering your own reality.
Okay, but gamifying a walk or doing the dishes is one thing. When I sit down at my desk, my environment is actively working against me.
Oh, definitely. Emails, open tabs, notifications everywhere.
Right. So how do we protect this state when we actually need to sit down and work?
Well, this requires building an environment that supports the heavy metabolic cost of flow. First, you need to identify your biological prime time.
Because it takes a lot of energy.
Massive amounts. Flow requires you to hold complex rules in your working memory, which burns through energy. You can realistically only do this during your natural energy peaks.
That makes total sense.
And second, you have to drastically reduce your cognitive load before you even begin, like prepping your clothes and meals the night before.
So you don't waste that precious metabolic energy on trivial decisions in the morning.
Exactly. And once you're in that prime time, the research suggests working in strict cycles. Specifically, 52 minutes of intense work, followed by 17 minutes of deliberate rest.
Wait, 52 and 17, why those exact numbers?
It comes down to your brain's natural ultradian rhythms. Pushing past that 50-ish minute mark causes a buildup of cognitive fatigue.
Which breaks your challenge to skill equilibrium.
You got it. If we connect this to the bigger picture, you are essentially building a flow fortress. You shut out all digital distractions to alternate between intense exertion and deep recovery.
Like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, working intensely fills the screen with complex drawings. That 17-minute break is you shaking the board clean so you have a fresh slate for the next task.
But is it actually possible to sustain this fortress mentality for an entire 8-hour workday?
Honestly, no. The human brain just isn't built for 8 continuous hours of flow.
Well, that's a relief.
Right. But because flow increases your productivity so drastically, you simply don't need 8 hours. 2 to 3 hours inside your flow fortress will accomplish way more than an entire day of distracted, low-level effort.
So what does this all mean? If we summarize the core formula here, it's actually pretty simple.
Very simple.
You match your daily challenges to your skills, gamify your mundane chores with clear micro goals, and fiercely guard your focus blocks by building that flow fortress.
This raises an important question, though.
Oh.
Yeah, if we can mathematically engineer our environments to induce flow during our chores and our work, what happens to our perception of leisure?
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought of that.
Right. Could mindlessly sitting on the couch watching TV actually be less rewarding to your brain chemistry than, say, washing the dishes with absolute perfect focus?
That completely flips the script on how we view relaxing. You might just find your perfect wave right there at the kitchen sink. Try testing it out today.